Kaley Cuoco was living her best life. Playing Penny on The Big Bang Theory made her one of the highest-paid actresses on TV. She made more than $150 million and looked like nothing could stop her. But off-camera, things were starting to hurt inside. In 2022, she went into her trailer and did something that surprised everyone on the set. She called her producers together and said some words that changed a lot. What happened after that shows the sad truth about her last years on the show. The newest updates about how she is doing are really sad. This is not about money or being famous anymore. Kaley Cuoco was born on November 30th, 1985 in Camarillo, California, only about 50 miles from Los Angeles. Being so close to Hollywood shaped her life even before she knew what it meant. Her dad, Gary Cuoco, worked selling houses, and her mom, Lane Wingate, stayed home with the kids. She brought her English and German family background into their calm daily life. In many ways, life felt normal, but the movie and TV world was always close by, and it pulled her in sooner than anyone thought. By the time she was 6, she had already been in front of a camera for the TV movie Quicksand, No Escape, and she did ads whenever she could. Those first tryouts were easy because LA was right there. Each little job moved her a bit closer to the future that would make her famous. It was a gentle start, nothing big, but it built the foundation for a job that would soon be huge. Even before acting became everything, her parents wanted her to try all kinds of things. When she was 3 years old, she started playing tennis and got good at it quickly. She played in junior games one after another. By the late 1990s, she was one of the best young players in Southern California. At the end of 1998, she was ranked number 56 in girls 14 singles and number 12 in doubles. That was really good for a girl who was also going to tryouts. Still, she kept doing ads. She never stopped going between filming and games. Mixing sports and acting taught her to be strong, to stay focused, and to stand tall when things got hard. Those skills became her secret strength when Hollywood called more. In the late 1990s, it seemed like she might choose tennis for good. Coaches thought she had what it takes. People around her believed she could become a pro. She practiced with that dream and felt the pressure of winning every day. But acting kept growing in her life. Roles came more often. By 2002, she was 16 and already working on TV shows like 8 Simple Rules. The big choice came little by little and then suddenly. She quit tennis in 2002 and chose acting as her main thing. That surprised many who thought she would stick with sports, but she knew where she felt the best. That choice opened the way that would lead her to The Big Bang Theory and all that followed. School was never easy for her. She felt different from other kids right away. By 5th grade, she changed to learning at home so she could go to tryouts, filming, and games. It was easier and harder both. Easier because she could keep going. Harder because she felt alone. She finished high school when she was 16. That looks great, but it brought its own sadness. She never had a normal school life. She never really fit in with others, but having that free time kept her acting going. It let her take bigger parts without being stuck with school bells like everyone else. All through this, her family stayed close and strong. Her dad went with her to tryouts. Her mom helped with choices and told her to stay nice even when the business was not. She kept the same agents, managers, and lawyers from when she was 15. That hardly ever happens in Hollywood. Her younger sister, Brianna, started acting too soon after. It turned the family into a close group that helped her get through the early hard times. Having them made it easier to keep going and trust what was ahead. She started working before she was even 10. At 6, she was in Quicksand, No Escape as Connie Reinhardt, acting with Tim Matheson and Donald Sutherland. The movie came out on March 4th, 1992. That first time gave her a taste of the world she would live in forever. By 1995, she was in the movie Virtuosity, out on August 4th, 1995 with Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe. It was her first big movie, small part but important because she acted with big stars. In 1997, she was the little girl in Picture Perfect with Jennifer Aniston. Her name was way at the end of the list, but it still showed Hollywood was seeing her. These early parts added up quickly, each one better than the one before. Her face was on TV a lot in the 1990s. She played Miranda in Northern Exposure in 1990 when she was about 7. She was young Angela in My So-Called Life in 1994. In 1995, she played a young Ellen DeGeneres in the famous Puppy episode of Ellen, which became super well-known later. She even was on Don't Forget Your Toothbrush in 1995. one small part after another kept her busy. She was learning, trying out, filming, and still trying to feel normal with kids who had totally different lives. By the late 1990s, she had more than a dozen acting jobs. It was hard work that most people outside the business never see. From the beginning, people who pick actors saw her as the cute blonde girl in small parts. She was the sweet daughter in Quicksand, No Escape, the innocent kidnapped girl in Virtuosity, the cute kid in Picture Perfect. It kept going like that through the 1990s. Cute, pretty, fun, sometimes a bit silly. That look stuck on her for years. When she got the part of Penny in The Big Bang Theory in 2007, it felt like more of the same type she had played before. Getting out of that type took more work and time than people knew. Before the big break, she did teen TV shows. Disney Channel parts came fast. She starred in Toothless in 1997 and Alley Cat's Strike in 2000, the bowling movie that kids loved a lot. In 2000, she played Maureen McCormick in Growing Up Brady. Those parts made kids know her face and showed she could lead a TV movie without just being the cute blonde. By the early 2000s, people knew who she was, but she was still waiting for the one big job. Working as a kid actor had a price. She learned at home from 5th grade, got her diploma at 16, and spent most days acting or getting ready to act. She missed normal teen stuff. She felt like she did not fit in because she was always on sets or traveling. She has talked about how hard it felt to be almost famous but not fully there. The work never stopped, people expected a lot, and it hurt her feelings for a long time into being grown up. Then her big chance came. In September 2002, when she was 17, she got the part of Bridget Hennessy on 8 Simple Rules. The show started with 17.3 million people watching and averaged 11.1 million in the first season. It was one of the biggest new sitcoms that year. She played Bridget, the funny and brave teen daughter of John Ritter's character. Her funny timing, charm, and how she acted with Ritter got everyone's notice. Almost overnight, she went from okay work to real fame. It felt like things were finally going great, but then something sad happened that no one saw coming. On September 11, 2003, while filming the show, John Ritter died suddenly at age 54 from a hidden heart problem. He felt sick during practice, went to the hospital, and doctors thought it was a heart attack by mistake. The medicine they gave him made it worse, and he died in hours. Everyone on the show was shocked. Filming stopped. ABC chose to keep going and show his character's death in season 2. The real sadness of the actors mixed with the story sadness. Kaley said later that it taught her how quick life can change in this job. The show had trouble after that. Fewer people watched than in season 1. By season 3, it was down to about 7 million. Even when James Garner joined, the feel was different. Fans missed Ritter. The fun was not the same. Kaley saw it all happen and learned how fast a job can go up or down from things you can't control. When the show ended in 2005, she did not give up. She joined Charmed for season 8 and played Billy Jenkins, a young witch in a show people already loved. It was not a huge part, but it kept her on TV and let her try something new. It was a good choice that showed she could change and keep trying. Still, she worried inside. She wondered if she would ever get big lead parts. She wondered if her best chance was already gone with 8 Simple Rules. She was scared of being stuck while new actors got big. She kept those worries quiet and kept trying at every tryout. But she did not stop, and that never giving up took her right to the chance in 2007 when she got Penny on The Big Bang Theory. It showed that sometimes the tough years give you the power for the big moment that changes everything. When the show started in 2007, the girl across the hall was not Penny. She was Katie, played by Amanda Walsh, and she was mean and sharp in every scene. She talked without being nice. She hurt people without caring. She used Leonard and Sheldon's kindness when she wanted. People watching right away did not like her. They saw Leonard and Sheldon as shy and kind, like kids learning the world. So a neighbor who was mean to them felt bad. People who tested the show said she seemed bad. The people who made it knew they had a problem. In weeks, they changed everything and let Katie go. That made room for a new girl, someone nicer, someone who could make the world of 2 shy guys have more heart. So Penny came in. She was from Nebraska with big dreams and a kind way. She was made to be someone who could have hard times and still smile. Someone who made Leonard and Sheldon feel safe and brave just by being there. At first, Kaley Cuoco did not want the part. She liked the mean version more, but when the writers made the character funnier and warmer, she said yes. The boss's tea. Hot she was just right. Her work on 8 Simple Rules and Charmed showed she had charm and good timing. Soon she was the main person in that apartment building and people watching felt it too. Back then her pay was normal. For the first 3 seasons from 2007 to 2009 she got about $60,000 per episode, around $3.78 million for 63 episodes. Johnny Galecki and Jim Parsons got the same. It was good pay but not like what was coming. When season 4 started, she and the others asked for more and her pay went to $200,000 per episode. It kept going up each season, showing how many more people watched and how smart the actors were about money. In the early years, the show got its groove. The first 2 seasons felt small, but by season 3 in 2009, more than 15 million watched each week. The reason was easy to see. The fun between Penny, Leonard, and Sheldon felt new. People could not stop watching. Penny and Leonard's slow, funny love story kept them hooked. Sheldon and Penny's odd friendship was a favorite. Their different ways made funny moments people talked about. That friendship turned the show from a small comedy to a huge hit. Most people did not know that off-camera, Penny and Leonard had a real secret. From 2008 to 2009, Kaley Cuoco and Johnny Galecki dated in secret. They hid it so good that even some workers did not know. Kaley later said she liked him from the start. Scenes like one about nerd stuff made them closer. They even talked about getting married. They broke up in 2009 but stayed friends. That secret time made their acting together feel real and fans felt it before knowing. Pay changed big when the show got huge. At the very start, Kaley got only $45,000 per episode, but as it grew, her pay did too. By season 2, she made $200,000 per episode. Her deal before season 4 had a raise of $50,000 each year automatic, so pay went up by itself. By season 5, she was way above most sitcom stars. For seasons 5 to 7, pay went from $250,000 to $300,000 to $350,000 per episode. In those 3 seasons, she made about $25.2 million. She also got some money from reruns, adding more. Only a few actresses made as much then. She was a big TV star now. Then the big deal came that everyone talks about. By season 8 in 2014, Kaley, Jim Parsons, and Johnny Galecki got $1 million per episode. No sitcom group had that before. The deal was for 72 episodes in seasons 8, 9, and 10, giving her about $72 million. Plus, she got 1% of extra show money. The first year added another $10 million. By 2020, her total money was over $100 million, making her one of the richest TV actors ever. But she surprised people at the end. For seasons 11 and 12 from 2017 to 2019, she said yes to less pay of $100,000 so Mayim Bialik and Melissa Roch could get $500,000 per episode. She gave up about $4.8 million total. She said she did not want her friends to feel less important. That nice choice made Hollywood talk because it is rare. By 2022, people thought her money was around $110 million. Her pay from the show alone was about $149 million. The rest came from deals like Priceline and new jobs after the show. Her story from sitcom star to one of the richest women on TV is one people still talk about. But all that good luck almost ended fast. In September 2010, she went horse riding at a place in Los Angeles. She loved riding. She felt safe on horses. But that day, something bad happened. The horse got scared and threw her off. When she hit the ground, the horse tried to jump over her but landed on her left leg instead. Her leg bones broke so bad that helpers could not take her boot off for more than 5 minutes. She later said it felt like landing on soft leaves and then knowing something awful happened. At the hospital, doctors had a scary choice. Bad infection could come quick. The breaks were open and bad. They thought about cutting off her leg. Chuck Lorre later said it was the saddest time in all 12 years of the show. Kaley signed papers before surgery saying okay if doctors had to take her leg. She called that one of the scariest times ever. At a hospital in Los Angeles, Dr. Steven Lombardo and his team worked fast. They saved her leg but said she might not walk normal again. She had 2 big operations. The first cleaned it and left her leg open for days. The second put in 2 metal rods that are still there. She wore a cast and then a boot. Doctors thought it would take months to walk, but in a week she started steps. The pain was bad, the healing long, but she kept trying. She missed 2 episodes at the start of season 4 and came back still hurting. The show used camera tricks, tables, and big bags to hide her cast and keep her sitting more. They made scenes where she sat or leaned or others moved. It was hard, but it kept the season going. People watching never saw the sad feelings she had. She went from strong to hardly walking. She faced maybe losing her leg. She felt her job in danger. That fear stays with you, she later said marks make her feel strong, like she beat something bad. She learned to like her body different. She learned to take it slow and breathe. Most of all, she learned how easy things can break. Kaley Cuoco did not just leave The Big Bang Theory when it ended. She felt something new inside that made her want a different life. So in October 2017, she started Yes Norman Productions and named it after her dog Norman, the dog that always felt like home. When she started it, good things opened up. A long deal with Warner Brothers Television gave her freedom she never had. Suddenly, she was not just reading stories, she was making them. She left the sitcom world after 12 years and went to bigger things. In Beverly Hills, where the company was, she made a place for all kinds of stories. Shows like Harley Quinn and The Flight Attendant came from there. The work felt new and scary, but it felt like hers. Soon, people in the business noticed as those shows got good words and more seasons and chances. Everything changed more in November 2020 when The Flight Attendant started. It seemed small at first, but then it got big. The first day had more than 4.5 million watchers and people kept talking. They talked about her as Cassie Bowden, a woman in a murder story while her own life was falling apart. They talked about the look, the excitement, the brave choices, and more talk brought awards. Emmy nods, Critics' Choice nods. It was the first time Kaley led a show as star and boss producer. The pressure was huge. Some days she felt good, other days she wondered if she could handle it. She picked actors, watched cuts, guided the story, and still acted with energy every day. But she kept going because this was her big step out of the safe type she had for so long. When good words came, it felt like proof she survived and grew. Right after The Big Bang Theory ended, she went to darker parts. Harley Quinn came first in November 2019. Her voice was wild and funny and fit the character perfect. She helped make the show too. People loved it. More seasons came. It went to HBO Max in 2020 and gave her another way to show she could do more than one type. Slowly, she got known as someone good at funny, serious, cartoons, anything. It surprised people who only knew Penny. It did not surprise her. Money helped too. The Big Bang Theory paid her more than $150 million just in main pay. By season 11, she got $900,000 an episode. She even took less pay sometimes so friends could get more. That money gave her freedom. It let her try things that might not work. It let her start Yes Norman Productions without worry of losing all. She could pick risky, fun projects. And she did over and over because she learned money safety opens doors that just talent can't. Then her own life turned in on itself. Her marriage to Ryan Sweeting started quick and ended quick. They met in August 2013, got engaged in September, and married on December 31, 2013. 3 months from meeting to engaged, 21 months from married to split. They said the split in September 2015, and it was done on May 9, 2016. They had signed papers a month before wedding, so it ended quiet. She said later she learned a lot about what she needs and what she can't take anymore. Soon after came Carl Cook. They met in late 2016. Engaged on November 30, 2017, her 32nd birthday, married June 30, 2018. People liked them together. They shared pictures and nice words and seemed like they would last. But in September 2021, they said they were splitting and divorce done on June 15, 2022. Later, she said this hurt more than before. It put her in a bad, dark place. They had just moved in together a year before and still could not stay. It left her feeling empty and sad. For the first time, she really felt how bad alone can be. While filming season 2 of The Flight Attendant, the divorce pain showed in her body, a bad rash on her skin. Her joints hurt so much she could hardly walk. She said it was one of the saddest times ever. Cassie, her character, was falling apart inside, and Kaley felt the same. She kept working even when cameras off and she had to sit from pain. Zosia Mamet, her co-star and good friend, helped and even moved in with her. It showed how sad feelings can hurt the body too. Finally, Kaley did something for herself. She went into her trailer, called her producers, and said she needed help. The words even surprised her. She always fixed things herself, but now she could not. It was the first time she really tried therapy, and it helped her life a lot. She said she had been alone and sad. She let herself cry. She let others help. It made her stronger. She started talking open about feeling bad inside, hoping it helps others ask for help too. Then something nice came into her life. In early 2022, she met Tom Pelphrey through their shared manager, Andrea Pett Joseph. She said it felt like love right away. On May 3rd, 2022, he put pictures of them on Instagram. She put mountain pictures. They both looked really happy in a new way. She said it felt like her life was ending or starting, and then she knew it was starting. On March 30th, 2023, she had their daughter, Matilda Carmine Ritchie Pelphrey. She shared pictures online and thanked nurses and friends. Becoming a mom changed her more. Work stopped for a bit. Life felt calmer and fuller in a good way. She shared pictures of same clothes and sleepy hugs and wrote how her world now was about this little girl. Soon after, she had bad pain in her wrists. Doctors said mommy wrist from holding baby a lot. In July 2023, she put a picture with black wrist braces and joked about being grumpy, but she told about it to help other new moms know it's common. Her sad feelings did not go away after baby. She had up and down moods, worry, and days she felt flat. Therapy stayed in her life. She said 2022 was one of the hardest years. She had panic attacks. She cried a lot while doing scenes that felt like her own hurt. But Tom Pelphrey was there for her, and little by little she got steady again. By late 2025, she was 40. There were surprise parties on both sides of the country, friends, family, and Tom, who asked her to marry him in August 2024. She said she felt like the most loved person ever. They are still waiting for the perfect job to do together. They want something that fits both and feels right. They say it will come when it's good. Her money was around $110 million by 2025 from Big Bang pay of $1 million per episode in last seasons. Seasons 11 and 12 alone gave her $48 million. Ad deals with Priceline and Toyota, plus her company, and it was more. She bought a 40-acre horse farm. She bought a $12 million house in Hidden Hills in 2019 and sold it in 2022 for $16 million. From outside, her life looked perfect. Inside, she was still learning to handle sad times, pressure, and what people expect. The internet made its own stories about her. After split from Carl Cook, videos called Tragic Kaley Cuoco came up a lot. They took parts of her life and made them sound worse for clicks. They talked about her 2010 horse accident, her divorces, her sad feelings. They showed her rash during the flight attendant and the time she asked her team for help. They mixed real stuff with too much, making her hard times a show. It hurt, but she kept talking honest because truth felt like her only hold. She said she did not want to marry again, but she still believed in love. She said 2 bad divorces changed how she saw marriage, but not love. Meeting Tom Pelphrey showed that love can come after hurt, even if she did not want paper promises. People used to call her dumb blonde. Penny was her for years, but by the 2020s she was a respected boss and actress. Cassie Bowden, Harley Quinn, yes, Norman Productions. All showed she had lots of talent and strength in her own voice. She moved past the type people gave her and made a life that keeps surprising everyone.